The Haunting of Rajgarh, Inspector Arjun Thakur gazed through the window of his rugged jeep as it wound along the serpentine roads leading to Rajgarh, a secluded village nestled deep within the hills of Himachal Pradesh. The lush green of the forests was calming, but an unease settled in his stomach as he recalled the mission ahead, investigating the mysterious disappearances that had plagued the village for months. His arrival was met with wary eyes and hushed whispers, the villagers clinging desperately to their superstition-infused fear. The headman, a wrinkled old man named Prem, was waiting for Arjun at the village center. He clutched an ancient amulet tightly as if it alone could fend off the evil they believed haunted their land. "Inspector Thakur," Prem said, his voice a gravelly whisper, "you've come to save us from Radi's curse, haven't you?" "Tell me everything," Arjun replied, his voice steady, hiding the curiosity and skepticism broiling within. Prem led him to a modest village hut where a fire flickered, casting eerie shadows. "Radi was betrayed by her lover 100 years ago," Prem began. "Left to die in the forest, her spirit now lingers, angry and vengeful. Anyone who ventures into her domain disappears, never to return." Arjun looked around at the frightened faces, determined to approach this case with logic and evidence. He decided the best place to start was the forest itself, the most recent site of a disappearance, a young man named Rajan. Accompanied by Prem and a couple of brave villagers, Arjun ventured into the dense woods. The air grew colder, the trees thicker, and an unnatural silence enveloped them. It wasn't long before they reached a clearing, where a single ancient oak stood towering over the rest of the forest. "This is the place," Prem whispered, eyes wide with fear. Arjun began his investigation, noting disturbed earth and some footprints that abruptly ended near the base of the oak tree. Shining his flashlight over the ground, he spotted something unusual, a small, metallic bracelet half buried in the moss. He picked it up, examining the intricate carvings that looked more modern than the forest's ancient ambience. "What is this doing here?" he pondered aloud. "Inspector Thakur," Prem interjected, "we should leave before nightfall. Radi's spirit becomes restless." Ignoring the old man's pleas, Arjun decided to stay. As dusk fell, his determination yielded an unexpected reward. The air grew heavy, the temperature dropped, and a cold breeze rustled the leaves, carrying an ethereal whisper. Shadows danced on the edges of his vision, and a chilling presence began to creep up his spine. "Radi!" A disembodied voice wailed through the forest, making the villagers scatter in terror. Fighting off his own fear, Arjun took a deep breath and called out, "Rati, if you are here, show yourself. I seek the truth, nothing more." A palpable silence followed, and then, almost imperceptibly, the ground beneath the oak tree began to tremble. With a sudden gust, a figure shrouded in mist emerged, her features otherworldly yet unmistakably sorrowful. "I was betrayed," the spirit whispered, her voice a haunting echo. "But my vengeance is misdirected. It is not I who take the living." Arjun's heart pounded, but he stood his ground. "Then who or what is responsible?" Before she could answer, a loud crack echoed through the forest, and the ground gave way beneath the oak tree, revealing a hidden tunnel. Radi's spirit pointed toward it, her form beginning to dissipate. "They use my legend to hide their sins," she murmured before disappearing completely. Arjun cautiously approached the tunnel, thoughts racing. He signaled to the villagers, who hesitantly returned, and together they unearthed a chilling secret. The tunnel led to an underground lair, where they found remnants of the missing villagers, trapped and disposed of by a nefarious smuggling ring that had exploited the terror surrounding Radi's legend. The headman's amulet fell from his hand as he gasped. "We thought it was her, but it was men all along." Returning to the village, Arjun ensured the proper authorities were alerted and the criminals apprehended. As he was about to leave Rajgarh, he felt a faint breeze and a soft whisper in his ear, "Thank you." Arjun glanced back at the forest, feeling a serene calm replace the earlier unease. The spirit of Radi was at peace, and the legend that once brought fear now served as a reminder of justice restored. With a final nod to the villagers, Arjun Thakur drove away from Rajgarh, his mission accomplished, and another mystery laid to rest in the annals of the mountain's folklore.